What's up, guys? SAG here. Welcome to NBA Spread Talk with Christopher Smithies. If you guys have been following, we're on fire, guys. Yesterday, we went 1-0 on our money pick. The Knicks ended up beating the Hawks. We went 4-1 on our average picks. They're just going to be up on the screen here or here. You don't know. All time. We don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, guys, we've just been nailing pick after pick after pick. Let's just take a look quickly on our yesterday for the recap. Yesterday, we were right on the Knicks. Money pick. Knicks got that playoff revenge. They ended up winning the game outright. Great call. We got burned with the Phoenix Suns, though. Looking at our average picks, we went 4-1. We did get the Phoenix one wrong, and had some lessons to be learned there. I feel like the big lesson I learned there is when you don't bet against a hot team. If you don't like them, don't pick them. Just avoid the game. I should have avoided that game, and I really got burned for that. Washington beating Dallas. They straight up won the game. Utah with a nice bounce-back game against New Orleans. They came motivated. Minnesota beating Philadelphia. They were a bit rusty with Joel Embiid just coming back from injury. Minnesota came to play, coming off a loss. Nice job there. Miami ended up getting a win against the Bulls. Played really well. In our void picks, we were 1-1. Cleveland dominating Orlando. And Charlotte losing to the Houston Rockets. So all time, guys, if we take a look here, we are on money picks, we're 5-2. On average picks, we're 12-6. And on avoid picks, we're 2-6. We're about 70. We're really averaging pretty well here. We're making some money, guys. If you want to hop on the bandwagon, hey, there's some spots open behind here. Jump on. I'm going to give you some picks for today. We don't have too many games on the slate. I believe we can only have 5 on the slate today. And we're going to start with the opening game between the Golden State Warriors, the Warriors, who are on fire. We end up winning some money with them on an average pick against Portland at -6.5. They're taking on the LA Clippers, who I actually got that game mistaken. Detroit actually did a backdoor cover. So you see I edited my record there in avoid picks. It was an avoid pick, so it didn't really matter. But let's just look at the stats here quickly. The Golden State Warriors are 5-0 against the spread in their last 5. They are on fire, playing really well. Not only are they winning games, they're covering spreads with it. They're just straight up dominating. They're motivated. They're 6-3-1 against the West. 3-2 is an away favorite, and 7-2 against the spread with equal rest. Looking at the LA Clippers, they're 1-4 in their last 5 against the spread. They're 6-3 with equal rest, 5-5 after a win, and 8-6 against the West. Looking at the injury report, there's only one injury to report, really. It doesn't matter too much. Moses Moody for the Golden State Warriors is questionable for this one. Other than that, it's guns blazing. A big game here at 3:30. Might want to get this betting quickly here. So looking at this game, guys, we have a Clippers team that, they feeling good. They got their win against Detroit. They did what they had to do, and they're going to be ready, though. They're going to be ready for this game against Golden State. But, guys, I'm not – sometime, we're going back to the well. Golden State -2.5, guys. Don't be worried about a cover or anything, whether it'll be covered or not. It's too close of a number for to be rigged or anything like that, guys. Golden State's just playing really well. They're moving the ball really well. And not only that, they're playing good defense. Their defense is underrated because they're turning their defense into offense. They got shooters. Man, they got everything going. This Golden State team is fantastic. So, guys, average pick, we're going to take Golden State. I got them at -2.5. Some of you could have got them maybe at -1.5, but I got them -2.5. Average pick. There, Golden State playing really good ball. The next game coming up here, we have the Milwaukee Bucks heading to Indiana to take on the Pacers. The Bucks were about -3. They've gone down a bit. So they're you get a -2, maybe a -1.5 if you're lucky as an away favorite. Looking at the Bucks, they just came off a big win in Mile High. They're 3-2 against the spread in the last 5. They're 7-6 against the East, and they're 5-1 as the away favorite. They are also 5-6 coming off after a win against the spread. Indiana coming off a cover and straight up a win against Toronto. They dominated at home. They got a nice bounce-back game after that Lakers game that stung. 2-3 in their last 5 against the spread. They're 4-4 after a win, 1-1 as a home underdog, and 8-7 with equal rest. On the injury report, here we have Brook Lopez as out, and that's the only thing going now. So no Brook Lopez. Bobby Portis probably starting at the 5. But, guys, this is a money pick for me, guys. In my opinion, Milwaukee, I know they won their last game, but they're going to be ready for this game. They've been beating Indiana like crazy. They're known to beat teams in their division really well, except Chicago now because Chicago's really good. They're usually ready for these games. Indiana, they're feeling good. They're at home. We got the win against Toronto. We're feeling good. But, guys, Milwaukee's going to win this game. This number is around -2, -1.5. Just buy it right now. Indiana's not beating Milwaukee. This number's way too low in my opinion. I know Brook Lopez is out, but they find him ways to manage without him. I know DiVincenzo's not playing. It's okay. Trust me, guys. The superstars will come through from Milwaukee. Indiana's not that motivated. They just came off a big win against Toronto. It's a Sunday game at home. Milwaukee, money pick. Put your money on this. Milwaukee, -3. So, guys, we move on to the next game here. We have the Toronto Raptors finally coming home to host the Boston Celtics, coming off a big loss against San Antonio. So Boston is 2-3, and they're against the spread in their last 5. They're 5-4 after a loss. 6-4-1 against the spread away. That one is a push. 6-7-1 against the East. Raptors are 2-3 after the last 5. They're 5-5 coming off a loss. They just lost to Indiana, as I mentioned before. They're 1-7 against the spread at home, and they're 6-8 against the East. Looking at the report here, for the Boston Celtics, Jaylen Brown's conditioning is in question. He's questionable for this game. And for the Toronto Raptors, OG is questionable. So is Gary Trent Jr. But, guys, the Raptors are 1.5-point favorites here. So, in my opinion, this is speaking to me that either Jaylen Brown isn't playing or OG is playing. And Gary Trent's probably going to play. That's basically almost guaranteed. Gary Trent will play, guys. Trust me. He'll play. So we have a Raptors team that just lost in Indiana. But they are playing a Celtics team that just lost in San Antonio. Came off a tough loss. But the Celtics won't have Dennis Schroeder in this game. They don't have the depth pieces. Raptors might get OG back. And the Raptors are 1-7 at home against the spread. 3-9 all time. Guys, this is 3-9 overall win-loss. So, guys, to me, this speaks to me that something's going to have to give. The Raptors can't be this bad at home for this long. Only 1.5-point favorites, guys. I'm going to take an average pick on this one. Give me the Raptors. I think they're going to bounce back after this loss. They'll be motivated. They know they've been playing bad at home. It's their first year back from the COVID and having to play in Tampa Bay in the bubble and all that. They're going to be ready for this game, guys. They played a lot of games on the road, finally back at home. Give me the Raptors at -1.5. So next game, guys, we have the also that 1.5 for the Raptors. That was an average pick, not a money pick, average pick. Next up, guys, we have the Sacramento Kings going to Memphis to play the Memphis Grizzlies, who are without Ja Morant. Surprisingly, Memphis is -3.5-point favorites. Sacramento's 2-3 in their last 5. They came off a triple overtime win against the Lakers on Friday. They're 3-4 coming after a win. They're 4-3 as an away underdog, and they're 7-8 against the West. Memphis is 2-3 in their last 5 against the spread. They're 9-4 against the West. 4-4 as a favorite, and 6-5 at home. Looking at the injury report, as I said, Ja Morant, hope you're feeling better. Thankfully, it was a left ankle sprain. Of course, he won't play. Rashawn Holmes is out. Maurice Harkless is questionable, and Harrison Barnes is doubtful. So it looks like Harrison Barnes isn't going to play. For Memphis, no other injuries other than the Ja Morant one I said. I mean, guys, I don't want anything to do with this game. On one hand, Sacramento, they are an underdog by 3.5 points to a Memphis team without Ja Morant. And we took Sacramento against the Lakers team that was really depleted. I wouldn't say depleted, sorry. The Lakers, they're not good enough to win a team to beat a team by more than 2 possessions. Either maybe or in Orlando. Sacramento, De'Aaron Fox, they matched them shot for shot. Again, the Lakers defense is not that good, so that's why I took Sacramento then. But here, I mean, Memphis still has Dylan Brooks. They have Steven Adams. But at the same time, the Kings have some good players too. To me, this is a game we shouldn't touch. We don't know what Memphis is like without Ja Morant, and we need to find that out. And we will. We're going to find it out. But I don't, for now, this is an avoid pick, though. I'll take Memphis -3.5, but avoid this game, guys. Last game out of the 5 here, we have the Detroit Pistons, who played last Sunday against the Lakers. Big rematch with that Isaiah Stewart, LeBron James confrontation, going to LA to play the Lakers. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Pistons are 3-2 in their last 5 against the spread. They had a backdoor cover against LA, so they haven't had to travel. They're 3-2 in their against the spread versus the West. 4-5 as an away underdog, and 2-4 with equal rest. For the Lakers, they're 2-3 in the last 5 against the spread, coming off a triple overtime loss against Sacramento. They're 3-8 as a home favorite, 5-4 against the East, and 5-5 after a loss. Looking at the injury report, for the Detroit Pistons, they're going to have Frank Jackson and Killian Hayes with the thumb injury as probable. So they're probably going to play this game. And for the Lakers, LeBron James is questionable with an abdominal. And guys, I'm going to be honest, don't be surprised if LeBron doesn't play this game. He may be squared up by Isaiah Stewart, literally. I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised if LeBron doesn't play this game. And the Lakers, they're 10.5-point favorites. Guys, I was thinking of making this a money pick, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep it as an average pick. Give me Detroit plus 10.5. And I know what I said last time. Detroit is not reliable on the road. But guys, the Lakers are just that bad. They are just that bad. They have not found themselves. And Detroit's going to be motivated for this game after what happened with Isaiah Stewart. Oh, they're going to come to play. They're going to show the Lakers who they really are, that Detroit spirit. And guys, I can't see the Lakers blowing out Detroit here. Detroit is not that good, but they're going to be motivated, and the Lakers aren't that good. Let's be real. So, guys, this will be an average pick because Detroit isn't that reliable on the road, but 10.5 points? Oh, I got to take Detroit in this one. And they're motivated? Please. The Lakers won't win by more than 10 points, guys. You can book it here. But it's an average pick, just an average pick. So, guys, let's just review our picks here. Only 5 games on the Sunday schedule. Looking at our one money pick, we're taking Milwaukee -3. We are on our average picks. We're taking Golden State -2.5, Detroit plus 10.5, and Toronto at -1.5. For my avoid pick, don't touch this game. But if you really put a gun to my head, I would take Memphis -3 here. Remember, our record of money picks 5-2, average picks were 12-6, and avoid picks were 2 wins and 6 losses. We've been calling these games pretty well, guys. So, guys, if you're enjoying this, if you're making some money, guys, hey, hit that like button. Just leave a comment for me and subscribe to the SAG channel. This will be an everyday series, guys. This is NBA Spread Talk with Christopher Smithies. I hope you'll enjoy and have a great Sunday.